Obviously, ESL is a new property. What we're trying to do is elevate the game in Asia, elevate the game in the Philippines, and give recognition to all of the stars and heroes that we have. So this is a long road. This is season 2. This is our kickoff. We're honored to be here in Manila with a lot of our old friends. Obviously, our first game here in MOA, but here with 2 of the best PBA teams, and really just honored to be here with all of you. So I think to start it, I'd just like to say we're really excited about this season. ESL, as you guys know, is a Champions League of Asian basketball, and that game that we just watched tonight is broadcast to hundreds of millions of people across Greater China, Japan, Korea, here in the Philippines on Signal, across Southeast Asia. This is a platform that allows all these players to give recognition for what they are, which is elite athletes, and compete at the highest level. So we're really happy with the outcome tonight. We're really happy that the successful kickoff, and we're really happy that all you guys are here to tell those important stories about the players, about the teams, about the leagues, and really helping us in elevating the game out in the region as well. So that's what I'll stop with, and I think I'll open it up for a few questions if anyone has any questions on that. But really, just want to say thank you very much for being here, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. We have a full season ahead of us, and we're really excited to be here in Manila, and I hope to see you guys in Taipei, Hong Kong, Macau, Hiroshima, Okinawa, Seoul, Busan, and all the cities we play in, but also as we expand, all the cities we'll play in as well. So thank you very much.
Questions?
Any questions, please go ahead. Can't really hear.
Hi sir, good evening, and first of all, congratulations for the opening night of EASL. Sir, with the amount of reception that you've gathered from the Filipino fan base, is there any possibility that you might want to expand on the Philippine market, maybe get more than 2 PBA teams in the future for EASL?
Definitely. This is the most basketball-hungry country in the world, period. You look at UAAP, you look at NCAA, you look at PBA, it's 24/7. And on top of that, you've got incredible franchises. We have Morocco, we have San Miguel, obviously, but you have Ginebra, you have 4 or 5 clubs that are competing at the top level. And all of them can go face to face with the top teams in Asia. So as we expand, last season 8 teams, this season 10 teams, next season 16 teams, we're really looking to expand that here, but obviously elsewhere as well. But as you know very well, you go on the street here in Makati and BGC, you can ask anyone, name me the starting 5 of the Gilas, they'll probably do that. That's a very rare place in the world to be able to do that. So basketball is part of the DNA here, it's part of the culture, both at the grassroots level, the national team level, and the club level. So it's a natural place to have that expansion. Obviously, it'd be up to the PBA, but we really, we want to expand our presence here, and also, elevate these clubs here as well.
Janice? Thank you, sir, and congratulations on opening the season on a bright note. You mentioned that Ronaldo played with the naturalized player Ange Kwame and Susi tonight. What was the discussion with the PBA and the participating teams with regards to adding like naturalized player, and was that the attempt? The PBA hasn't played in the Final Four in the last 2 seasons.
I think the rules are very clear. 2 imports, 1 naturalized, 1 Asian import. Clubs are able to do what they want to do. The problem with Asia is that all leagues have different rules. You have, the P League in Taiwan that allows a college graduate to automatically qualify as a local. You don't have that in a lot of other places. You have B League, which allows 2 imports on the court but also allows a naturalized player or an Asian import. You have the PBA, which has Phil-Ams, which aren't recognized by FIBA, but in PBA are recognized as locals. And then you're allowed an import, and used to have an Asian import. So to set a sort of standard for everyone to play that's equal and fair, I think is the key. And to do that in a way that allows the local heroes to elevate is really our sort of objective. The naturalized player, as we all know, is getting more common, not just in the Philippines, but elsewhere. I think Japan is probably the most developed market for that. I'm not sure how many they have, but maybe 8 in Philippines. We got Andre Blatch, we got Brownlee, we got obviously Kwame. But that's something that we'll probably see accelerate as the game goes forward. So for us, applying one rule to all clubs is I guess difficult, but you got to do it. And in that sense, if you tell San Miguel or you tell Morocco, here's the rules, and you want to play, you want to compete, and you want to win, they're going to go out and abide by those rules, but they're also going to play to win. So I think Kwame is a great addition. You saw his performance tonight. Obviously, coming out of France and what he did there and coming back to the Philippines, I think is really exciting. And hopefully he'll stay here.
We'll now keep the floor open for 2 more questions.
Good evening. Here. Good evening, Ivan from Dugout Philippines. You mentioned already, also, in connection to Melo's question, because about that expansion, there's another league in the Philippines called the MPBL, and earlier this year there was a report that you have an exploratory talk with the MPBL. So, is there a chance that they're gonna make it in season 3?
We didn't have exploratory talks. We obviously have an enormous amount of respect for Manny Pacquiao. He's the epitome of the sort of Asian hero we try to elevate. That's a Filipino athlete that's a global name, and we want to do that in basketball. The PBA is our partner. It's always been our partner. They are doing a lot of creative and innovative things this season, and I think they're going to do a lot more going forward. So our partnership and our plans are all with the PBA, and in terms of how that develops, whether expansion teams that they have or whether guest teams that they have, or whether we add more teams, I think you'll see more stuff to come. But in terms of our agreement with both FIBA and the Philippines, it's with the PBA.
All right.
Of course, enormous respect for MPBL, what they've done and what they've created, and a lot of other leagues in the Philippines, not just MPBL. But in terms of our vision and our strategy, it's only with the PBA. And these are franchises that have been around for 50, 60 years, and obviously the PBA is celebrating its anniversary coming up. That legacy, that sort of history, that's priceless. And those are things that you can't replace, whether it's going back to Jaworski or going even further back to El Presidente. I mean, these are things that you can't recreate. So I think for us, being with the PBA is an honor, and expanding on that relationship is something that we're, discussing.
Thank you.
Good evening, Sir Henry. Last year you held the successful Final Four, EASL Final Four in Cebu. Any chance of holding the Final Four again here in the Philippines?
Look, we're going to be making an announcement soon, but as you know, Cebu is really special. It's a city that doesn't have a PBA team, and it's got an enormous basketball culture. And honestly, I think when Greg Slaughter and these guys left the Visayas region and sort of that UAP NCAA sort of dominating, and that university group started not being as competitive. Carl Tamayo went out, every of these guys. The demand's still there for quality basketball. The demand's still there for premium sort of competition. So for us, it was a natural choice. You look at this city, great venues, great hotels, great place to invite people from all around Asia to eat. And then obviously they have the SM Mall, our arena coming up. So we're really excited about Cebu. And we think it's an extremely untapped market to be playing in and to be celebrating basketball in. You talk about our players, our clubs, our leagues, Japanese, Koreans from all over coming in. They were like, that was the best thing that ever happened to us. And it was an incredible experience. So obviously Cebu is on our list. We're looking at other cities in the Philippines and then of course Manila. But for our consideration, we love Cebu as a neutral city. They didn't have a home team. Final Four, should be a destination for fans to come in, whether you're from Japan or Korea or elsewhere, and sort of that's part of our agenda for this year as well. It's a celebration of Asian basketball, it's a celebration of Asian heroes, it's a celebration of that city, and it doesn't have any sort of home team connection. So that's part of our objectives, and obviously we had a great experience there, and so we're still in discussions.
All right, thank you. That'll be